Hey everyone, what is going on? It is Colin C back from the Crypto Boys, and I wanted to get on here quick and just talk to my Voyager people out there with basically crypto still on their accounts. As you know, we were getting our USD back, and that's cool. That's awesome. That I'm glad we're getting our cash back, but I still have this huge hole because I've still got well more than I put in just USD on the account. I've got over 200,000, just at 200,000 VeChain, 1.7 Ethereum, some Bitcoin, some StormX, some Polkadot, and it's valued well over probably 30 grand right now, and it was much higher than that. And here's the thing is that, I'll be honest, the other day I was kind of pissed off about it because I didn't really know what to think about it, because I'm still mad at Stephen Ehrlich and the company and what they chose to do, giving out uncollateralized loan. Now, I had to be honest with myself though, is that would I have not used them because I knew that ahead of time? Should I have read more of the stipulations like Chase came on here and said before? But it was something that I really had to look myself in the mirror because I was having a really shitty day. Like a really shitty day. Because I was like, we built a house basically based on the crypto that I had because it was so much higher, and I made some good choices on that crypto, and that down payment was gone. So we had to make it work, take out extra on this loan. Gonna have way higher payment than we thought we were gonna have. I mean, it was a disaster and it was embarrassing. I'll be the first one to tell you it was embarrassing. So if you feel embarrassed, if you made a mistake and maybe put too much in, or you did something that you probably shouldn't have done and that you're blaming someone else for, it's easy to do. Stephen Ehrlich, he's a dipshit. He screwed up. He made a mistake that I hope he comes out and recognizes that eventually and tells us all sorry, or at least gives us something. There were some big YouTubers shilling how good he was and all this stuff. That's part of the reason why I used Voyager, because it was so easy, and all these people were like, hey, this is the safest, secure, IP on the market. I'm like, well, I'm using that then to put my money in, and I'm sure that's where all you are too. But the bottom line is that we've got to look in the mirror, is that it was our fault. And going back to my story, is that basically I was having a crappy day because we had to sign these papers where I'm like, I literally had the cash to pay for this 2.5 months ago. I could have just paid it and just taken it out of crypto, but I didn't take any profits, which was completely this dummy's fault. I made some bad decisions with keeping it in. Thank God I put half of it into USD instead of keeping it in ADA. Otherwise, that would be gone too. About the only smart move I made, which was only 8 days before they ended up going insolvent on July 5th or whatever. And here's the thing. So my 3-year-old daughter was sitting right next to me. And she knew I was having a crappy day because we had to sign these papers, whatever, didn't have the money for it. And I had to go out and borrow it, of course, with these high-ass interest rates. And she looks over and she says, Dad, tomorrow's a new day. What are you mad about? And I looked at her and I'm like, what am I mad about? I screwed up. I made this decision to put this money in, and when we were talking about it on the channel on several lives. If you go back to around when this happened, or late June, early June, Joe and I are literally talking about how we need to get all of our crypto money into our wallets that we have set up and get it off of Voyager because we don't know what's going to happen after this 3 Arrows Capital. And here's what I'm trying to say though, and this is the most important thing, is that we've got to be able to take some blame going forward. Because if you're watching this video, you've clearly got crypto stuck in Voyager like a lot of us do, and you made some mistakes, whatever. But you also still probably believe in the crypto space. You still probably believe how early you are and how much money you can truly make. I mean, yeah, did this, issue cost my family a great deal? Yeah, sure did, absolutely. But there's no one else to blame but me. I decided to put it in there. I decided not to take it out for several weeks. I sat on it knowing what could happen. I'm telling other people to do it, and I didn't do it. And it made me so angry knowing that this could have been avoided had they just not given out uncollateralized loans. Had they just been a little bit smarter with their money. Had they, had Luna not done what they did, then 3 Arrows Capital might still be going. Who knows? Who knows? Then Stephen Ehrlich, we see him. He's getting sold. He sold over 30 million worth of his shares. Now, it had nothing to do with this at all, so I'm not going to blame him for that whatsoever, because people do that all the time. But still, he's getting 30 million, and we're getting all of our life savings taken away. The bottom line is, guys, we have such big news coming forward, coming through the pipeline. Good things can still happen. August 26th is the last they can do to submit their proposals. Obviously, you guys know FTX offered us about 30% on the dollar at the July 5th cost, which would have been about, I mean, you would have got nothing back. I mean, let's be honest, you would have got nothing back. People were on there saying that we should have taken it. I'm sorry, but you're a fucking idiot. No, we shouldn't have taken FTX's offer. That's just stupid. We would have gotten 30% or so on our crypto back. That would have been of July 5th prices. I would rather take 0 and hope for better than do that. You know, in my opinion, hopefully they just keep it on whatever app they're going to. I'll keep it on there forever. I'll keep it on there for 10 years if I have to. Just give us back all of our crypto. You know, I've seen a lot of comments on that, and that's what I'm kind of big into right now. But the thing is, though, is that we don't know what's going to happen. And I see so many comments about people not knowing. I mean, I got one dude on there we've been messaging back and forth that literally can't feed his family. He's like, dude, I had all of their schooling. You know, they were going to Catholic schools and this and stuff because that's what he believes in. That's where he wanted to send them. And he ain't got the tuition money now because it was in his crypto and it's all locked up. And I was like, I was freaking like, oh my gosh, heartbroken at that point. But here's the thing is that we have got to realize that something good could still happen. They said they've already got 22 offers that were already higher than FTX's bid. And who knows, maybe we make it whole again. Maybe we make it somewhere around whole again. I don't think it'll be whole, but maybe somewhere close. We don't know. And there's so many things to come with this crypto. You have got to mentally prepare yourself for what's going to come. Is that you've got to tell yourself, hey, I got to look in the mirror and say, guess what? I made this mistake. That this was on me, that if I lose, you know, because Joe and I have our crypto together on there, you know, then that was our mistake not to take it off. But ultimately, we lost that, and a lot of my personal crypto was on there as well, is that there's no one else to blame, and that there may not be good things coming down the road for Voyager. It may be the worst of the worst, and that's kind of what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to get some shit VGX token that means absolutely nothing and going to have to hold it and hope they can make this reconciliation process work, which would be rare, but we've seen it happen before. Bigger companies like this has filed for bankruptcy and come back even stronger. Major companies have done this. And the problem is we've lost all trust into Steven and the team. So maybe they sell it to someone that we can trust, that comes through and makes good decisions with our money and our crypto. But just because we're knocked on the floor doesn't mean we can't get back up. And you have got to prepare yourself for what we're going to come forward. You know, the crypto boys, Chase has been amazing. We're going to be there for you. We're going to walk you through every step of the way. We are in the thick of this with all of you guys. But I want you guys to know that even if something bad over the next few weeks, because September 8th is going to be, or September 13th, September 8th or 13th, whenever they make that decision, is going to be a pretty big day, because you know what offer they're probably going to accept. We're going to have a pretty good idea, or Chase is going to be able to break down that decision that the judge writes. It's going to make precedent for the entire ecospace that's never been seen before. I mean, there's some serious implications coming down the pipeline, and we're starting it. I mean, we are the unsecured creditors of the future of I know some things like this have happened before, but not to the level where they are now, where regulations coming in and other things are talking about it. But I really do believe good things are going to happen. I truly, in my mind, especially after my 3-year-old's like, dude, tomorrow's a new day. You're with me right now. Stop being a baby and stop focusing on exactly what went wrong. You need to focus on the good things that can happen. And if the worst thing possibly happens and you don't get anything back, well, that's just too dang bad. We're going to have to focus on the new stuff and moving forward. And you can still make money in the crypto space. Don't give up on it right now. You know why you got in it. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen over the next couple weeks, but I do feel like it's going to be better than people think. I really do. I have no idea. I have zero clue. I've contacted some people. I've never heard back from anybody. I've contacted some UCC people. I've talked to Chase about it a lot. I've talked to freaking everybody that wants to talk to me about it. I've talked to. But I don't know. I have this feeling of something decent will happen. I think we've all stuck it out. I think we've all acted like big boys and big girls in this situation while you're getting your heart ripped out with all your money and all your crypto that you truly believe in, that you thought was the most secure place, that you're buying USDC and staking it, thinking it's no big deal, and then it's not. And then some people are thinking that it's USD and it's not, and it's USDC. Some people are keeping their Bitcoin on there just so it's safe. They're using it as a bank account because Voyager's acting as a bank. And then you realize that none of that's really all that true, that you should have read the fine print. And even if I did, let's put myself in the situation. Even if I did read the fine print, I don't know what the hell it says. I wouldn't have understood most of it, you know, at least without getting Chase in there to explain it all to me. It's just true, guys. It's true. So if you have crypto left on Voyager, let me tell you this. You are not down. It is not over. We're going to figure it out. And if worst comes to worst, and put yourself in that mindset right now, that you're going to get $0 back. You're going to get zero crypto back. You're going to get a bunch of FGX tokens that mean absolutely nothing, and everything else is shit. But you will make it out. It is still the bear market. I still think we're going to be able to get lower. I still think don't stop yourself from being able to invest a little bit here and a little bit there. Not financial advice at all. 0%. But that's what Joe and I are doing. Every little $100 here, $200 there, I'm just throwing it in when I can. It's that simple. And, you know, it's starting to stack up just a little bit. But I'm getting out of the phase now of like cry me a river, because I put myself in this situation. It's not Steven's fault. It's not the Voyager's team fault. It's not anybody's fault but my own. And Joe thinks the same way. And we both had a long, serious talk about that today. It's like, you know, at what point in time do we just say we got to move on? And we're going to pretend that crypto is gone. We're going to almost pretend that it's gone and it ain't coming back. And we're going to hope it obviously comes back. And we're going to learn from this mistake. And we're going to make better decisions in the future. But we're done crying a river and being babies about it. We're going to be grown-ass men and understand what happened and how to fix it. Now, it's hard to do when you can't afford stuff you thought you were going to afford. Like this house right here that I'm sitting on my porch of. Yeah, I had to take out another loan that I didn't think I was going to have to take out. And thank God that my wife has a great job. Well, a better job than I do. Not better, but you know what I'm saying. Pays more, I should say, than I do. Otherwise, that loan probably wouldn't have happened. So we would have been in some real crap then. But, you know, good things are coming. They're going to happen. If you're in the space and you still believe in the space and you're still willing to learn from this situation, everybody in crypto sometimes just makes a mistake and things happen poorly. And you have no idea why, but they just do. And you've got to keep moving forward. You cannot let this just knock you down and knock you deeper and knock you again and ruin your family life and then get all mad every day about it and do all this crazy stuff. There's nothing you can do. You got to keep moving forward. And the sooner you accept that, the faster you're going to get out of this and be even better for it. And who knows? You might even get it all back. You don't even know that. We don't even know that. So I'm not sitting here and crying about it. I'm done doing that crap. My 3-year-old talks some sense into me. Hey, Dad, tomorrow's a new day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, guys, that's all I got. I want to tell you that we've got a lot going on. There's a lot coming down the pipeline over the next few weeks. We're going to learn our fate, our crypto's fate, very, very soon. So be ready for whatever the answer is, and you know the Crypto Boys will be here and we got your back. All right, guys, so we do appreciate you being with us. Like the channel. Subscribe if you would. All right, guys, we appreciate you rocking with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube, and I'm out.